Happy Thursday, Cedar Park. Today, a packed show celebrating band-winning state for the 4th time in a row.
A look at the Asian Heritage Club.
Plus, a brand new TiVo Spotlight and your top 3 things for the day.
Let's jump in because the Wolfcast starts now. Good morning, I'm Abby Martinez, joined by Kason Johnson, subbing in for Jack Polishuk and Katie Whitmarsh.
Once every 2 years, band has the opportunity to compete in the UIL state competition.
And for the 4th time in a row, they have come home with the gold. Producer and reporter Katie Smith has more.
Thanks, y'all. After months of practice and prep, the marching band show, titled IC, was everything they needed to win state. Let's take a look. Every year, the band directors put thought into coming up with a theme and storyline unique to Cedar Park.
Cedar Park for 2021 show is entitled IC, and it features numerous selections from the 23 years of Cedar Park band's history. We're kind of paying tribute to the legacy that we continue to uphold.
Due to UIL's rules, the band is only allowed to rehearse for 8 hours each week. With the complexity of this year's show, the band had to make that time count.
There is a lot of very difficult drill, meaning how they get from one picture to the next picture. The step size, which means the length of the step, was quite large a lot of the time, and they had to move and play some pretty difficult music while they were doing those drill moves.
Flautist Olivia Levi details how this post-COVID win surprised her.
I wasn't expecting it because of COVID. We just finished getting out of a COVID year. So I was very shocked, and for it being my 2nd year as a state champion, it was really exciting for me.
When asked what makes Cedar Park's band different from the rest, director Christopher Yee was quick to thank the community.
Especially towards the end, the whole community comes out of the woodwork. It's what's on my shirt, and it's what we all sing. And it's what's at the end of the show. It's forever Cedar Park High.
With this win in the books, the band's year is far from over, and the directors and students alike are excited to see where it goes.
So it's kind of like, this is now our ground level. Where do we kind of go from here? Now that this team is in place and that this team with our color guard director, Mr. Kunze, Mr. Chavez is in place, where can we take this whole program from here?
We have another contest this Saturday called BOA San Antonio, which is the biggest competition in the entire nation, where hundreds of bands go and compete in and try to get the top spot. I believe that this band will make finals and we will make history in Cedar Park. I think that's going to be absolutely outstanding.
The band season is far from over, so be sure to wish them luck throughout the rest of the year. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Katie. CPHS's Asian Heritage Club is back this school year. For those who don't know, AHC is a group of students that honor Asian traditional activities through events and volunteer work. The club connects with third-party organizations outside and in the school to work with them. This year, the club is closely paired with the Austin Chinese American Network, making it a great way to get hours and to help the Cedar Park and CPHS community every meeting. Every meeting, there is a new theme that decides what type of Asian food and Asian activities they will do. In the club since its freshman year, senior and president Kellen Cow shares why AHC is more than just a school-based organization.
I think my favorite part about the club is that it's more than just a club, in my opinion. For me, we do a lot of stuff about volunteering, about Asian traditions, but every time we go to a meeting, it's just a place where you can have fun, feel safe, do some activities. So I think this club to me is more than just a school-based organization, right? Where you have to go. For some of the other National Honor Societies, we want to get that good look on your resume. For this club, I think a lot of people are proactive because they want to go to it.
Club meetings are Thursdays every other week in Mrs. King's room, 1210. For more information, go to the next meeting on November 11th or join the reminder with code CPHSAHC.
Up next, reporter Kason Johnson, me, has the top 3 things you need to know for today. Good morning, Cedar Park. I'm Kason Johnson with your top 3 things you need to know for today. First, the bond Prop A was recently up for discussion on Election Day. The bond proposed the action of which, quote, For every 1,000 citizens, there would be at least 2 sworn police officers, end quote, which would also go forward in a great deal of funding for the police department. Ultimately, the bond failed as the voting results came in 68% to 32%. Next, a medical company by the name of Grail, in partnership with the Mayo Clinic, have developed a new type of blood test to spot over 50 types of cancer in patients. The test is called Gallery. The company says, quote, "The test has the potential to transform cancer care by reducing cancer deaths and decreasing health care costs by detecting more cancers earlier," end quote. The test still needs to be approved for release, but it is scheduled to open to the public this winter. Lastly, Pixar reveals a brand new trailer for the brand new movie. If you are familiar with the Pixar movie Toy Story, then you'll love Lightyear. The movie is set around main character Buzz Lightyear, who's based around Buzz's backstory, not as a toy, but his cameo as an actual astronaut, which, quote, "inspired the action figure of the same name," end quote. The movie's planning to launch June 2022, so mark your calendars. And that's all I have for you today. With CPHS News, I'm Kason Johnson. Back to you guys.
Up ahead, we throw it over to Carver McDonald for a brand new edition of T-Wolf Spotlight with Tim Ruff drum majors Olivia Cohen, Grace Agin, Nicholas Lucio, and Brandon Grazzi. But first, these announcements.
We are not just here to share announcements. We're here to tell stories. Your stories. Students depend on us, and what they need from us is to be hyped, to be ready, to be informed, to be successful, to be Timberwolves. We are real news. We are sideline reporters, moment capturers, question askers, life sharers, cheers spreaders, and voice givers. And above all, we are students just like you, here to help you. We are journalism, newspaper, yearbook, and broadcast. We are CPHS News.
Hi, I'm Lauren, and you're watching the Wolfcast.
Hello, Super Haskell. I'm here with the Timberwolf drum majors, and we are going to talk about how he and Ben went to state on Monday and Tuesday. How y'all feel about winning the state?
It feels amazing.
Yeah, it's very thrilling,
awesome.
surreal,
Yes.
Haven't quite processed it yet.
What instrument do you play?
I play clarinet.
I play oboe.
I play the flute and the piccolo.
I play tuba.
Cool. What was your favorite part about going to state?
My favorite part was after the retreat, we all are on the field and we all get announced as first. That was amazing. And then breaking ranks afterwards and getting to meet everyone and congratulate everyone, and just, we made amazing memories on the field, so I really enjoyed that.
My favorite part was just the people, getting to be with everyone for 2 days, getting shoved into hotel rooms, no matter how annoying it may be. But we get to meet a lot of new people. We get to spend a lot of time with our other band members, and it's a really great few weekends.
It's hard to pick one moment. The bus rides were always fun, just hanging out and talking with your friends, and just that feeling of anticipation for we're about to perform. And then I guess the main performance was also pretty cool to experience, just hearing us have one of our best runs of the production, and just hearing how amazing the band sounded. And I knew at that moment we would be first.
Especially with our first plays at Waco, I felt like everyone was going into state really strong, and I guess just that kind of electric energy coming off the field from Waco kind of carried over into state, and I love to see that transition.
What is the show about, and why did you go with the idea?
Well, the directors actually picked it. They have a design team of just a bunch of officials in the marching community. So they actually decided on our show, I think it was 2 years ago. It's about basically, it's called IC, and it's all about just looking inwards and reflecting, and how our past self is always changing, we're always evolving, but at the same time, we will always be true to our own identity.
Why is this win so important to CPHS?
Well, I mean, we're representing the whole entire city of Cedar Park and the community at large, so it's really special to win the state championship. But not only that, but 4 in a row. I mean, that's pretty cool. And 6 overall, yeah, so we're just doing our best and trying to represent the community in the best way, yeah.
That's all the questions I have for you today. Thank you. With CPS News, I'm Carl McDonald. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Carver. Another big congrats to our bands.
That's all we have for today. Make sure you're keeping with all of our content. Head over to our YouTube at CPHS News.
You can also follow at CPHS_sports for updates during the games.
We'll see you Friday for a story on children now being able to receive the vaccine, a sports report, and another edition of the always amazing Pet of the Week.
We would also like to thank everyone who supported the Pink Out Pep Rally by buying a shirt. Cedar Park Cheer was able to donate $24,487 to Austin Komen, a local breast cancer charity.
Thanks for taking time to join us this morning.
With CPHS News, I'm Katie Whitmarsh.
I'm Kason Johnson.
And I'm Abby Martinez. Remember to make it a great day or not, the choice is yours.